Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty back with Otogirisou. And we're doing the summer evening driving down the narrow and winding mountain road path. So, Nami's sitting next to me, not speaking. Our options are you sleeping, Nami? I called it to her gently. B, wake up, Nami. I shook her shoulder. C, no. I didn't finish saying her name. I swallowed my tongue, thinking I'd let her sleep a little longer. Let's say B. Wake up, Nami. I shook her shoulder. Oh my. What is it? What are you acting so groggy for, huh? She yawned. Where are we now, Shorty? Just about at the top of the mountain. Really? We've only gone that far? Oh, hey, look. They have flowers like that here, huh? The Hypericums, Nami said as she looked out at the scenery. Yellow flowers lined both sides of the road. Oh, those. They go by a few names. Hypericum, St. John's wort, or Otogirisou. Let's speed ahead. We don't typically get many variations of these scenes. Scare her, embellish. We'll surprise her this time. I thought I'd make it more fun by surprising her. Okay, let me tell you the story. I could faintly smell Nami's girlish perfume. This story happened back in the Heian period, somewhere between the years 794 and 1185. There were two brothers, falconers. They had this medicine that had been passed down in their family. It could heal a falcon's wounds on the spot, until one day the little brother sold their secret to a merchant. Uh-oh. The older brother got so mad he cut his own brother down, and the blood went pshh all over the place. Whoa, watch what you're touching there. Nami's voice startled me. What? Wait a second. My hands are over here, see? Yeah, we saw this one already. I don't see how we surprised her unless we're actually touching her. So we definitely didn't grope her, but yeah. I was creeped out and all, but A, I really did wish I could have touched her there. B, I knew for sure it was too early to go that far with her, or C, I knew it would be rude. We'll say B. I knew for sure it was too early to go that far with her. Suddenly, Nami started looking around. Hey, Shorty, are we lost? Now that she mentioned it, I did feel like something wasn't right. I started to feel uneasy. A, nah, there's no way we're lost, I said, only because I wanted it to be true. B, well, hey, just think of it as taking the scenic route. I put on a strong front. C, it figures you'd notice so quickly, Nami. I exaggerated. We'll say scenic route. I flipped on the windshield wipers. It was getting pretty dark out. There weren't any lights on this road, and it was narrow. I was need to see which. Is this going to be the slope thing again? Sign. Yeah, this is the curve. There's a car coming at us. We'll bump into the trees. Clench your teeth, Nami. We did all this already. Are you okay? Couldn't be worse. Nami was pouting, but her eyes were smiling. A, you seem like you're okay. I was relieved. B, I took a look around. C, I'm going to take a quick look at the car. I stepped out. I'm going to say B, I took a look around. I could see a bit of light on the other side of the grassy field. Is that a house, you think? In a place like this? Got out of the car. Oh, huh? Seemed like the light started moving. And the tree's gonna fall again. Car smashed. It's a pancake. Got her bag. It's not a house. I'm gonna say, hoping to calm Nami down, I took her hand. We already picked that one already. She acted like we groped her. She said we looked like a mummy for a second. Thunder continues to scare her. Hypericums everywhere. Let's go check it out for the time being. There we go. Nami stopped. She's pointing at something. Blue Mansion. We saw that one. I decided to head straight inside. It would be a good test of our courage. Let's go. Your voice is trembling, Shorty. Yeah, that's just adding bravado. Also what we've seen. Follow my lead. She's running like a goat. I'm going to say B. I felt lost about whether or not we should actually go inside. The gate gleamed black, wet with rain. Do you think it's locked? Only one way to find out. Or do you think it's locked? Only one way to find out. Nami put her hands on the iron bars. The gate, which looked so heavy, opened without any resistance. Moving on the gate, we could see that the spacious garden was covered entirely by yellow flowers, hypericums. We stood there for a while, taking the sight of them in. Shorty, there in the middle of the storm and the hypericums, I said, "Hey, we might as well just go in." I took Nami's hand and headed for the entrance. B, how many thousands of flowers do they have here? I couldn't help but shout. C, if we keep standing around here, we'll catch a cold, I shouted, overcome with worry. D, I have no idea what's going on here. We crept forward. We'll say D, we rarely get the D options. I have no idea what's going on here. We crept forward. The lightning showed no signs of letting up. An earthquake. Earthquakes, lightning. Yeah, we got this already. Just had fire, strange growls, dogs, no, those wolves. Japanese wolves are extinct. To the door. Wolves are behind us. Door wouldn't budge. Just say, I know a trick that works in times like these. Door opens. We are inside. We're thinking about how this could be a romantic place. So, let's see. I'm going to say B. I put my hand on Nami's shoulder and said, why don't we have a seat on that sofa there? And again, that line gets completely ignored. That's really weird. So we just enter the entrance hall, big aquarium. It's big enough to use as a pool. Nami made a little joke. It wasn't exactly that big, though. On the aquarium, there were the stairs. There's the dude armor with the axe, large sturdy clock with a pendulum ticking out the passage of time. Should we shout out to the owners again? Should we shout again? Yes, if we're loud enough, they'll hear us. A, interested in the newspaper. B, we're here with a notice for everyone in the neighborhood. C, could you give us a drink for water, please? We'll say B. We're here with a notice for everyone in this neighborhood. This one seems new. I shouted as loud as I could. It was then that I could hear what sounded like swimming. What's wrong, Shorty? A mermaid? My voice cracked. Huh? I ran up to the aquarium. A mermaid? Yeah, I saw it. But the murky water had calmed down again. Nami laughed. You sure you didn't see a goldfish? It was a mermaid. Even if it wasn't a mermaid, it was a beautiful woman and a monstrously big fish doing synchronized swimming. So I've got that already. Do we get an option to mess with it? Nope. Second floor noise. We hear a sound. Wait, let's listen to see if we can hear it a third time. Nah, it's hard to see what up here we shouldn't set forth. No, I'm not so good at counting. I'm about as fifth as smart as you, so I remember we said C before, so we're going to say A. Hey, wait. Let's listen to see if we can hear it a third time. We start walking up the stairs. The stairs creaked with every step. A noisy staircase. It's talkative, welcoming us inside. Nami knows just what to say. Suit of armor's gone. Big clock rung out of the blue and startled us. Someone is walking. They think it's the suit of armor. We think it's a mermaid. And so, A, going up to the second floor sounds like a third-rate plan to me. B, let's venture forth undeterred, relying only on our five senses. Or C, some kind of sick scheme is going on up here. Maybe it's getting even worse. Say C. The doors are slightly open. No one's replying. Let's head back, but this door was open. Nami called out into the room. We're getting ourselves in. Table, diary. Nami didn't shut the door. Oh darn, it's shut. No pun intended. Check the door itself. Who's there? We'll say it's shut. No pun intended. Check the wall, looking for the light switch. And at that moment, lightning illuminates the mummy. We mistake her for an old woman. She vanished. Oh, there she is. I felt like the mummy had come over to greet us, we'll say this time. But we run. And we tripped on the stairs, and I could feel pain racing through my body. And then, all of a sudden, my vision went dark. Power went out. It was dark now. Pitch black even. I think it messed up, but it didn't make the screen go dark. Nami is missing, but it's not dark. Panicking. Where's Nami? Another sound. There in the darkness, A, I was curious about the sound, so my attention was drawn to that. B, I felt like Nami had just been swallowed up by the darkness, so I couldn't stop myself from raising my voice. C, I wonder what Nami might be eating in secret. Nami eating in secret. We groped our way through the darkness for a while. What do we mean, we? Hey, Nami called out to me in the darkness. Come over here. Something keeps bumping into me here. It sounds like a cat. Sure, where are you? I followed Nami's voice over to where she was. Something cold got pressed against my cheek. Right? Mm-hmm. It's like it was swimming around through the air. It's a fish. A fish? Yeah, a fish swimming through the air. There, in the darkness, I tried to say it in the most lighthearted way I could. Let's catch it and slice it up into sashimi. But I knew better, because what came after the fish was a woman. And I'm certain she was naked. The lights came on. Shorty. Mm-hmm. I played dumb. And right then, I said, A, the biggest fish is always the one that got away. B, well, that really fried my rice cakes. Talk about scary. C, there's no point in crying sour grapes. I'll say B with the rice cakes, because it's a really funny thing to say. And then the power went out again. Not shown on screen. Nami, do you think what we saw was really a mummy? Huh? Makes you say that. Why are we wondering what this is now? It's all kind of hard to believe. I said exactly what I was thinking. Wondering if it could be a prank. Too bizarre to be true, huh? We're going to look for the mummy again. Barely audible sound. There's a black cat with a bell. Going up with the cat. Had no intention of petting the cat. Tried to pet the cat too. I pet Nami instead. Try to pet Nami instead because that's the one we haven't picked. Tried to pet Nami instead, but the cat scratched me and ran off. We deserved that one. Came to the mummy's room from earlier. Probably going to be the same thing. Read the diary. Last date 6 years ago. There's lipstick. Nope, it's not lipstick, it's blood. Let's leave. At that moment, my heart was conflicted between the desire to flee and the desire to sleep. My heart was a mixture of terror and disgust. My heart was full of fear and curiosity. I'll say fear and curiosity. Mansion had gone ridiculously quiet. Hey, what are we going to do now? Just more of the same. Not afraid, as long as we stick together. Eager to spend the night with Nami. Just have to find a safe room and lock ourselves in. There's our robot. I ran straight past Nami this time. There's eyes out in the yard, so we can't go out there, and it's probably a big monster. I was hopeful. Ever since I was a kid, I'd fall asleep right away whenever I was scared. This time, this is it. I'm scared now, but now's the time. I'll make sure to brush my teeth before I go to sleep. Let's see. Make sure to brush my teeth before I go to sleep. When I focus and listen hard, I heard a strange noise. It's kind of starting to get to a point where the choices no longer even make sense. We just say a random thing. It's not addressed at all in the narrative, and then the story progresses normally. A wheelchair, we're seeing the mummy again. Let's go see who's pushing it. Nobody's there. There's the library. Normal psychology books. There's the book turning by itself. Can't be the wind. Let's get out of here. Let's completely investigate rooms from top to bottom if they seem weird. Shadow sofa. There's a phone. Cord's been cut. Probably mice. All right, we saw the fish again. The phone is ringing. Reach for the phone. You hear the suit of armor walking. Sound on the second floor. We're mad, so we're going up there. What door could it be in? A, I opened the most suspicious door, which smelled fishy. B, thinking it might be a trap, I decided to open the door beside it. C, I didn't know what I should choose, so I decided to do with Eeny, Miny, Mo. We'll do C. I didn't know which room I should choose, so I decided to go with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. It all became clear to me in that room. I could see the lightning bolts flashing through the door that was open. When I went inside, I saw that the room was covered with strange-looking flowers. That's the Dread Hyperiousums. A lot of free time. Boisterous laughter. It's just a bag of laughs. You suddenly remember revenge is the flower meaning. We got the feeling like Sherlock Holmes, like I was in a movie by Alfred Hitchcock. Say, feeling like I was in a movie by Alfred Hitchcock. I started to get scared. The door was different from the others. It was spiked shut from the outside. Can we not open this? Hey, I tried shouting, but of course I didn't get any reply. Okay, I've got it all figured out. This is where we say there's nothing in here but us. We agree to search for food. I'll say with fraud our nose like a dog. Ate a delicious meal. Maybe they're trying to fatten us up so they can eat us. We're covered in salt and pepper. A, well, we'd better start eating then. B, if you're going to cook me, make it medium rare. C, please don't do this. I'm trying to cut back on the salt. I'll say C. There's the scream. Wonder if she's pretty. Drew machine, hoping to save the girl who screamed. Open the door on the right side, hoping to find out what's going on. Open the left side, hoping to save myself. I ran away. We'll say left side. Let's go. I heaved open the door. What the? There was a giant bear waiting for us inside. That's definitely new. I didn't know whether to run or faint. Too bad. I know against you could have won this thing if you fought it, Shorty. The bear was actually stuffed. Nami would usually panic in situations like this, but she was actually calm and rational, which surprised me. It was like she'd known the bear would be there even before the door was open. But I forgot about that right away. There were other animals that had been put on display. An owl, a pheasant, a monkey, a fox, a raccoon dog, probably a tanuki, a flying squirrel, and even more were lined up. Creepy. I've read about this in a book before. A lot of people who are into this sort of thing have mental problems. There was a murderer in America who cut up an 18-year-old girl, and he was into this sort of thing too. That's awfully specific. Don't tell me any of your weird stories. Nami clung closer to me. Just stick close to me. Okay. Now Nami was back to normal. There it is again. That's it, look. There was a big medicine rack with a glass door on the other side of the room. Wind coming through an open window, it caused it to swing open and closed. What? It was just the sound of a door? Though it was a bit of a letdown, I felt relieved at the same time. Then suddenly a workbench fell over, spilling a bucket of entrails. Ah! Some of the entrails splashed into Nami. My pants got soaked with blood, too. This is the best reason to take a shower right off out of all the things we've gotten. This is disgusting. Nami started to cry. A, I started crying, too. B, Nami's a beautiful girl. I'm not letting anyone who did this to her get away with it. See, Nami had started to walk funny, like a girl who wet her pants, but I didn't say anything about it to her, of course. A, I started crying, too. This is upsetting. I found the bathroom in no time. Wow, the room was decorated with a rainbow flash. Okay, that's probably the singing faucet. Music suddenly changed. Snake in the faucet. Cautiously, I let Nami swap places with me. Checking out the shower. Mirrors red with blood. And I washed up as just mentioned. I'll try and go first. Same thing, took off my shirt. And it just treats it like we wanted to go in together. I get sent to bring the clothes back. She screams, we rush in. Covered with a towel. Shower's hot. Switch out of the boiler room. Fixed it. Worried about Nami. What'd you say? Nami's okay. I kept telling myself as I ran. Nami wasn't there. Nami wants to know why we're shouting. She's there drying her hair. A walking suit of armor, vanishing stuff. We'll think we're going to get killed. But when I want to get washed, I like to take a bath. I'll say, I'll make it quick. Because we got blood on us this time. We want to get that off. Shower's fine. Gonna get dry. The bathtub is filled. There's the body of a black cat floating in the water. Could Nami have done it? No way. To keep myself together, I tried calling out to Nami. B, I trembled, imagining the worst-case scenario. See, I felt like someone was coming up behind me, so I tried to duck forward to somewhere safer. I'll say I trembled, imagining the worst-case scenario. I reached over to the sliding door to open it, figuring I could just leave. It wouldn't open, though. Was the door locked from the outside? Nami, hey Nami! I tried to force the door open, but the handle just popped right off. Just started spraying out water at full blast. And so this is the almost drowned path. Earthquake saves our lives. Nami's not in the hallway. Maybe she has no choice but to keep quiet. What should I do? I see a woman in a white dress. She floats away. We're dazed. There's eyes flashing at me. What in the world was going on with Nami? I'm not sure, but I was afraid to start looking for Nami. B, I have to find her no matter what, I thought to myself. See, I thought I might just wait right here for Nami to return. I'll say I'm afraid to start looking for Nami. Not sure why, but I was afraid to start looking for Nami. I turned aimlessly to the entrance hall, the one I was with Nami in earlier. There was the sofa, and suddenly I was struck by the idea that I might never see Nami again. Darn, I shook my head and brushed aside that stupid idea. I turned back to face the sound I'd heard behind me, and a girl placed her cold hand on my shoulder. It was Nami. Nami? Shorty. Nami looked like she was lost in thought. Come with me. There's something I want to show you. And at that moment, A, Nami seemed scared to me. B, I could hear a sense of urgency in Nami's voice. C, I ran inside, thinking there'd be a cool video game in there. C, I kicked something away. What? The suit of armor. The suit of armor stood itself up. I couldn't believe it. Nami, run, but something seemed off. I decided to stop running. I head back and looked inside of the suit of armor. What are you doing, Shorty? Nami shouted from behind me, seemingly worried. Suit of armor is empty. It's my cool video game. Sat around on the sofa, asked her what happened. She took a shower. Smelled something sweet. Felt really nice. Then she got foggy. Let's get out of here. Boiler's about to explode. Or we'll get killed by the armor or the mummy. We hear noises coming from all of us. We can't take them on. Let's get out of here. Phone is ringing. Don't answer it. If you do, they'll get us. Nami is scared. There's wind everywhere. Why do we go this way? I told her the reason. I'm writing the rulebook. It was my father's last request. I got it planned out. I'm going to say I'm writing the rulebook here. Wait. Nami stopped suddenly. Why would they keep a potted tree in a place like this? The houseplant looked like it had been there for decades. Who cares? It's just a tree. No, this tree's different. Nami looked a little pale. I feel like I've seen this tree before. Huh? What are you saying, Nami? I have a memory of it. How would I remember a plant like this? Don't be stupid. You're just imagining things. That happens all the time. No, I feel like I checked my height with somebody using this tree. This is a bit of a different version of the height thing. What Nami was saying didn't make any sense. Stop it, okay, Nami? Let's go. Look! Right here! Nami pointed to some lines that marked heights. The marks looked old, but their heights were clearly etched into the tree. And the marks said, Nami and Naomi. The names had been etched near the lines. Nami had totally lost her cool. I told you. I knew I'd been here before. Nami. It's even got my name here. I compared my height here with Naomi. Calm down, Nami. You've got a pretty common name after all. No, this is my house. Nami was starting to get really crazy. That's when I said, A, what's 1 plus 1? B, what's 304? It's 3,486 plus 86349. I'm not trying to put that number together. C, say whatever you're trying to tell me in 30 words or less. Say what's 1 plus 1. It sounded like there was a war going on somewhere. What's that? It doesn't matter. Let's go. Nami suddenly stopped in her tracks. See, it's the same thing where we say something and the story doesn't really acknowledge it. And it's pretty clear we're going to end up on different ending paths every time we play, which is good because I wouldn't want to have to go through that guide, because that guide's like everything leads to different scenarios typically, but it's a little frustrating at the same time. Nami suddenly stopped in her tracks. Sorry, but I have to check it out. Hey, Nami, what are you saying? If you don't like it, you can leave by yourself, but I need to make sense of these memories I have, Shorty. Nami. Nami ran off toward the sounds. Nami, don't go! I ran after Nami. The sounds of warfare were coming from the second floor. I could see light poking through the door on the left side of the hallway. I could hear the sounds coming from that room. Okay, Nami, let's go together. I stepped in front of Nami. I'll open the door, so stand back. I snapped the door open quickly. Oh. Inside, it was a battleground for antique toys. There were old toy tanks, fighter jets, anti-aircraft guns, machine guns, missiles. They were all running, flying, and shooting everywhere. Yet nobody was in the room. All of these toys are so old. Was this a boys' room? When we entered the room, the fighting instantly stopped. Oh my. It's almost like we're ambassadors for peace. The silences that followed weren't the good kind of quiet. Nami was looking around at all of the toys. Shorty, what? Nami had turned totally pale. I've played here before. Huh? I've played with these toys here. Nami, that's not possible. You're just imagining things. Don't let yourself be fooled. Look. Uh-oh. There were big, wet footprints on the carpet. Footprints. No, these look more like the fins of a fish. And look, there's blood here. Something had been chewed on there, in the shadow of the bed. Raw meat, raw fish, raw vegetables. They were all here, each with bites taken out of them. Let's get out of here, Nami. We went out into the hallway. That's when I said, A. Eating like that would screw up your digestive system for sure. B. Are their parents even trying to teach them table manners? C. Seems like they've put some thought into getting properly balanced nutrition anyway. Or is A. B. Are their parents even trying to teach them table manners? As we approached the exit, the house shook. This house is going to gobble us up. We have to hurry. Oh, the electricity here isn't exactly reliable. With the crack of lightning, the lights had gone out, leaving most of the house in the dark. Again, it didn't happen this time. I felt someone brush past my left hand. Then some silky smooth skin touched my hand. This wasn't Nami. Nami was walking to the right side of me. In my left ear, I could hear some heavy breathing. On my right, Nami said, I just know I've been here before. Oh, have you? The woman on my left wrapped her arm around mine. What else would explain these memories? Yeah, you're right. I wanted to find out who the woman on my left was, but I was too afraid to bring myself to look over at her. This can't all be a coincidence. I mean, didn't just stumble into here and find those marks comparing heights by accident. Oh, the woman was running her hands all over my body. She was naked? Shorty, who are you talking to? I could hear doubt in Nami's voice. I wasn't talking to anybody. The mansion was all lit up again. The woman was gone. From the very core of me, I was still strangely aroused. All I could do was laugh. So, A, oh man, I can't let Nami realize. B, flustered, I stuck my hands in my pockets. C, I started factoring numbers to calm down. We'll say B. Flustered, I stuck my hands into my pockets. The ringing of a phone suddenly bit at my ears. Nami held her breath. Where is it? Shh, it's coming. What came tottering over was a toy phone with some kind of mechanism that made it walk. Hello? Hi, I'm Mary. Hello? Hi, I'm Mary. Hello? Hi, I'm Mary. I responded about as politely as I could. Who do you think you are, Mary? Enough of your damn jokes. That's polite. I gave the phone a smack and Nami went pale. Oh, what's wrong, Nami? Nami started shivering. I was so surprised. A, I put my hand on her forehead, checking whether or not she had a fever. B, I started shivering too, trying to make her feel more comfortable about it. C, I chided her for being so fidgety. Say A, put my hand on her forehead to check if she had a fever. I remember, Nami shouted. I know for sure that I played here. Calm down, Nami. I had a sister. Her name was Naomi. We played here, pretending that we were talking on the phone. Nami, I was born and raised here. My mom lived here too. And, oh, that mummy. Nami suddenly had a stoic look on her face. That mummy. Don't tell me that the mummy was... Nami screamed. My brother. Your brother? I had a little brother, but he died. Nami! I tried to shake some sense into her. You can't just make up memories like that. You found someone with the same name as you. I think we're saying this to her. You can't just make up memories like that. You found someone with the same name as you and you were so shocked by it that you're confused, that's all. You're wrong. Nami screamed at me at the top of her lungs. This is my house. Now, let me ask you this, Nami. What about the parents back at your house now? I shouted at her. You were born in the city of Nara. You don't have a sister, and it's written right there in your name. The Na is from Nara, and the Mi means beautiful because you're beautiful, girl from Nara. That's why your parents chose that name for you. I've heard the story so many times. They just made that story up about my name. And I started to cry. I was born here. This is where I compared my height with Naomi. We pretended to talk on the phone, and we played house together. This was my home. Nami clung to me. Don't hate me, Shorty. Pull yourself together. I said, A, I'm a mater, not a hater. B, donate you. I think that's against the law. See, that reminds me. I wonder if the situation in Heidi has been settled. Well, we're really taking her feelings seriously. We'll say A. I'm a mater, not a hater. And a dad, too. She doesn't even acknowledge what we said, just like always. Nami trembled as she remembered him. This reminded me of when I played Tokyo 13, just nobody listens to us. Of course you do. I've met him many times. Not that guy. He's not my dad. Nami shouted. My dad was here with me. And my sister Naomi, and my mom, and my brother. She looked at me silently, and then she continued. My brother died in an accident. That's why the wheelchair is here. No, wait. Somebody killed my brother. Nami's story was just getting crazier and crazier. Yeah, Dad was eating constantly. This part we know about. He was eating even just objects. Look at the pillar. There's a bite taken out of it. I thought to myself, I wouldn't let him eat Nami. I understand, but the breeze calmed me down. I'm going to go investigate and leave you alone even though you're unstable. She wants to come with us, but she ends up running away. I ran after Nami as fast as I could, shouting, Hey, Nami, there's a wall up ahead the way you're going. B, you're putting yourself in danger. Get back here. C, I'm the only one you can trust right now. C, because I know we didn't pick it. Nami was shivering in the corner of the room like a cowardly kitten. Nami, those memories you have aren't real. Put that nonsense out of your head right now. Nami shook her head, weakly. I'm going to kill. Huh? I'm going to kill her this time, together with my sister. We're going to stab her to death. What are you saying, Nami? It's too late for us now. We're cursed. Nami, just calm down. Leave me alone. Just drop it. Nami pushed me away and ran off. It's like Nami running away the game. I went looking for Nami. I knew that if I didn't find her now, something terrible would happen to her. How much time had I spent running around this mansion now? I could hear Nami scream, Shorty, come here. Then, A, I'm on my way, I shouted cheerfully. B, I'm just glad she's okay now. That's what went through my mind as I ran. C, she's going to be killed if I don't hurry up. That's what I thought to myself. As I ran, I got to pick A. I find A funny. Nami, what happened? Did she find the notebooks again? Nami's face was twisted with worry. Shorty, don't be surprised, okay? Forcing a smile, Nami handed me 2 small notebooks. We're going to start skipping because it's probably the same thing. Old maternal diaries. 4 twins. Coincidence. That's the photographs with the 2 Namis. We're telling her she's being set up. She wants to know by who. She ran off again. We have to stop her so she can call herself a man. Fine with her being a monster. Time to meet the family. Good chance to propose. I think I'll say time to meet the family. The fish monster appeared, walking around using its tail fin. Nami ran away. Fish monster chased her. I chased, but I couldn't see them. Found Nami in the dining room. She's eating flesh. No, but there's Nami in the hallway with the fish monster. Flesh-eating Nami is talking to us. Now she's back to normal. To calm Nami down, I said, no need to be afraid. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry, I'll protect you. I'll say I'll protect you. She wants us to save her. That was already... See. Freaks are here again. All the monsters are here. Wants to know if we still like her despite her family. No matter what happens, my feelings for you won't change. We'll say that. I said it before. I'm tired of running away. We're going to face the truth. She's saying we're so brave. She bore her canine teeth at me. Barely managed to dodge the bat. Nami turned into a bat and flew away, but there's another Nami. 2 Namis. That was Naomi. Sister's a bat. There's Nami with a bat. There's Bat Nami. Ripped it apart and threw it in the fireplace. Nami hears her dad. The dad ate everything, so the brother died. She's determined to fight this battle. She's worried we're in danger and wants us to leave. She changed shape and disappeared into the darkness. I hear the suit of armor and the fish monster. Nami screams. Chose whichever option would be the most helpful to Nami. Snakes everywhere. Held by the armor, I think. Naomi tries to stop us from going in. She's concerned. Tells us to go back. I'll ignore Naomi's warning and enter the dining room. This is a lot like the other 2 endings. A bunch of dead things on the dining table. Naomi wanted us to run. Suit of armor and mummy show up. Where should I run? Please get hit the floor. I could say, I could feel Nami sending wavelengths of love my way. After I made it up to the 2nd floor, I could see light coming out of what we had called the mummy's room. It's gotta be the diary. Nami's there reading the diary, wiping tears out of her eyes. See if it's anything different. What about my real dad? Yeah, real dad was born during the war, was starving, ended up eating everything just to survive. It's terribly unhealthy. Brother got terribly sick and died. Heartbreaking tale of gluttony. There's the fiery soul. Body of brother is the fish monster. Ate the dad. Ate the mom. Ate the sister. Nami got away. Host remained beautiful because brother liked her. We're invited to a party downstairs. I did as Nami said out of love. Changing to formal wear. We're all sitting together at the dining table. Fish is gonna eat us. Nami feels sorry for him. Nami tells us to take her. We're about to become an appetizer again. I embraced her tightly. I don't know where this is going. It's too similar to the other ending. Being covered in all sorts of weird stuff. Nami won't come with us. She feels too bad for everyone. Doesn't seem to care about my safety at all. We've agreed to be eaten together because we love Nami. And now Naomi and the mom and the dad are all fighting together to stop Fish Monster. I grabbed Nami's hands as we went flying. Everything's on fire. Nami's crying because the mansion is being destroyed. Together we looked into that starry sky. It's gonna be kind of disappointing if the same ending is, like, even if it's different, it's still gonna be disappointing because this is basically the same ending. Stood there a while. I hugged Nami as tightly as I could. B, I started hard at Nami. C, I told Nami it was time to leave. So it's time to leave. Gave Nami a hug. Shorty. I saw Nami's soft lips open wide. Her fangs stretched out, white and beautiful. She slowly moved them toward my neck. Oh, to think that Nami was a member of the Dracula family. I could already tell that blood was being quietly drained out of. Are we dying again? Oh, I'm happy. Nami, this is a sucky ending. Does this count as a different ending? Because I gotta say, this is a terrible last main ending to get. It's not over yet, I thought to myself. And then, hey, yes, and now I've become a member of the Dracula family too. My head's still in a daze. I thought maybe we could suck each other's blood, just giving it to each other, back and forth. My god, that's the longest choice ever. B, oh, why did Nami have to belong to the Dracula family of all things? As the warmth gradually returned to my head, that was all I could think about. I say, yes, I've become a member of the family too. Let's be vampires together. Suddenly, a spotlight was pointed at us. Was this another it was all a joke ending? I could hear applause. Huh? What? What the hell? The earth groaned, rising high above us and opening its mouth. I jumped up. In the earth's open mouth, there was a flight of stairs, and from those stairs came a bald old man followed by the suit of armor, the mummy, the fish monster, and Naomi, who were all clapping. Hey, well done, well done, the bald old man shouted in a shrill voice. You did great, Shorty. You passed the test. Passed the test. That's Grandpa. He's a scientist. Dr. Einstein. Is it seriously the same thing? Yeah, suit of armor's just the dad. Mom's taking the mask off. That's Naoki. Passed us with fine colors. We're the right man to marry Nami. That's how her family is. They're bizarre. Happy to hear what we said. Kids were cute. Everybody wished us both well. At that moment, I felt like we would be happy from the bottom of my heart. B, I felt like something bad was about to happen. I'll say I felt like we'd be happy. And that's the ending. I can't say I'm a big fan of two different endings doing that, basically slightly subverting expectations, and then just having the exact same, oh, it was all a joke. I also am not a big fan of how some of our choices clearly don't matter. Like, this game for its time is really impressive. Like, there's just a lot of different scenarios, but most of the scenarios don't mean anything. So, we're going to see if we can get that pink bookmark. Let me pause this because I'm probably going to have to restart the emulator. Let's pause it. Okay, let's see. It's not pink! I was promised a pink bookmark. Hold on, I'm going to pause while I click on this. So I'm kind of trying to replay it on my own to see if we get some... If there's like an ending we missed or something. And I did get some new scenes, so I'm going to like show those as I get them. I restarted. It's coming down. We flew out of the car. This is right after the tree got split. Yeah. Shorty, your car. The tree had fallen directly onto the car, smashing it. The top of the car had caved in and the front windshield was busted. It was a sad sight. It'll be fine. At least we're both okay. It'll be fine. At least we're both okay. I hate how disappointed I felt. It took all I had in me to keep up a strong front. Maybe you could get it remodeled into a convertible? Oh, no, that's a good idea. The car caught on fire. Well, that dream didn't last very long, did it? It was stupid of me to dream of it in the first place. Wouldn't have worked anyway. Remodeling an ordinary car into a convertible would have just looked lame. Wouldn't have worked anyway. Remodeling an ordinary car into a convertible would have just looked lame, I muttered to myself. Mommy gave me a pat on the back. Sour grapes. Anyway, what should we do now, Shorty? Your car's been totaled and it's raining. She sounded worried. A, I felt worried, so I moved closer to Nami. B, we should start by looking for a path. C, I pointed to a light in the distance, and I'm picking the same things I picked then. I think we're about to near into just getting the same thing again, so I'll probably pause. I felt worried, so I moved closer to Nami. It sure is dark tonight, isn't it? Don't even start with that. What are we going to do? It's starting to rain harder, too. Nami held her bag over her head. Huh? You got out with the bag, Nami? Your wallet is in here and our clothes. Not that money will do us any good while we're stuck out here. It's fine, it's fine. It was a smart move, Nami. I opened the bag. Put a flashlight in here, too, after all. Flipped it on, and the light revealed the yellow hypericum flowers that had been there in the darkness. They're blooming here, too. Oddly enough, all the other flowers and grass besides the hypericums were all dried up. And they seemed to form a trail, almost like they were leading us to head into the forest. It's like they're showing us the way. For real. How far could they go? Hey, I see a light up ahead. Nami pointed to the other side of the forest. There really is, but it's weird. Was there a light up ahead earlier? Now that you mention it, no. Maybe I was so focused on driving the car that I never noticed it. I guess that's possible, but it just seems so sudden. Nami gave an emphatic blink. Doesn't mean anything. They probably just had the lights off until now. Sure, that's a good way of thinking of it. Nami smiled, but I'm sure she was still afraid deep inside, because her smile was totally awkward. Anyway, we'll be okay now. We can take shelter at that house. Let's go. I took Nami's hand and we started walking. As we continued along, the clusters of hypericums became thicker and thicker. It honestly did seem like they were guiding us. And just when I started to believe it, we came to a fork in the road that split in 3 directions. I'm going to save here because I don't necessarily remember which one I picked. The center path was the same width as the path we'd been walking along up until now. The path to the left was a little narrower and muddy. The path on the right had grown thick with trees. I'm pretty sure I picked right. It seemed like it was haunted. I know I didn't choose center because it just sounded too normal. I think I chose the right path. Let's see. Chose the path on the right. You know, I'm kind of scared of the woods. I feel like the trees are going to gobble me up. What are you talking about? Trees can't eat people. You're going to be fine. I just don't like it. It scares me. Nami started running. Hey, watch out. Suddenly, Nami stopped dead in her tracks. Nami. She was silently pointing at something. And it's the Blue Mansion. So we can pause here. Okay, we ran away from some wasps. We're at the aquarium. We first saw it. The formerly stagnant water swirled and rocked at something that clearly wasn't mud or moss, peeked up from behind the glass. Whoa, hey, did you see what that was? Hey, I can only wonder. Curious, I stepped closer to the glass. B, keep away from it. We're going to keep away from it. Grab Nami's hand and pull her away. I basically tried to pick the nice Nami options and the brave options. Keep away from it. I grabbed Nami's hand and pulled her away from the tank as I stepped back. We stood a short distance away from it. Nami and I focused our attention on the dirty water. Oh, did you see that now? Nami was pointing. What are you pointing at? It wasn't a fish. Where? Oh, it looks like it's swimming. Something was wriggling and swimming around in the murky water. I don't think we saw this one. We came closer to it without thinking. Oh, a cat? We flew back from the aquarium. Is there a fish that looks like an actual cat? I've only heard of fish getting eaten by cats. We weren't able to move for a while. Was this a trick done with light beams or something? We couldn't have just dreamed up the exact same thing. What? The second floor. We looked up. Something's moving. We could pause here for the mummy. Okay, so this is after we saw the mummy. We ran into the armor trying to escape and got knocked back to the entry hall. I thought we should get out of this mansion one way or another. I started to formulate our plan of action. Okay, we'll make it look like we're heading back to the entrance, but we'll make a break for the hallway on the right, bust open a window there, and make our way through with that instead. We should put a little more thought into it than that. Isn't that plan a little too simple? I took a look around the entrance hall. Shorty, Nami said in a quiet shout. Huh? What? Somebody's here. I don't hear anything, Nami. I can hear somebody talking. Nami started walking. Where are you going? I'm going to go look for them. Wait. I stopped her without thinking. We know that somebody's here. This isn't our house. We have to go and tell them we're in here. Yeah, we've seen this part. Nami was raised well. It was the proper thing to do. Eyes in the darkness. I see the flash of a pair of eyes and the figure of a girl who was floating in the air. She looked at me for a moment and then she vanished. Did you see that? I did. Then I said, hey, this is bad. We have to get out of here. Turned to face Nami. I guess you must have seen it wrong. I was trying to convince myself that it was true. Do ghosts really exist? I tried to keep calm as I examined the room. Pretty sure I just picked A because I was trying to speed through it. This is bad. We have to get out of here. I turned to face Nami. There's something we have to do before we escape, Nami said. Let's go and check through the rooms. I didn't expect to hear that from Nami, but I can't say I didn't understand her eagerness to find out what was behind this. Okay, I understand. But you can't act surprised no matter what happens. The same goes for you, Shorty. We started our search from the bottom. I opened the closest door. What's this room? It looked like it was being used for storage. All sorts of things were in there, covered in dust and strewn about haphazardly. Be careful, Nami. We entered nervously. Shorty, what's wrong? I followed Nami's gaze to the door that we had just come through. There, 2 straw dolls had been driven into the door with spikes. This was the new thing that happened. So we even got a new image. These spikes are brand new. The straw dolls looked like they had just been made, and there were 2 of them. Why are there 2 of them? Maybe it'd be too lonely up here with just 1 straw doll. I'm getting the feeling we should leave. Nami left the room in a hurry. She was probably thinking the same thing that I was thinking. Those 2 straw dolls must have been Nami and me. Wait, don't go up by yourself. I ran up to Nami in a panic. As I chased after her, I started to feel like this whole mansion was brimming with someone's hatred. I kept telling myself that I, of course, hadn't done anything that would cause anybody to have a grudge on me. See, I had an image come to mind of this beautiful woman hammering in those cursed spikes. I think the whole mansion is brimming with someone's hatred. Return to the entrance hall. Seems like we still have a long night ahead of us, doesn't it? What should we do? Clearly somebody's here. Somebody's planning something. What would they be planning? I plopped down on the leather-bound sofa. And that's just the phone, so pause again. Unable to ignore it, I picked up the phone. The phone seemed to have a connection, but I couldn't hear anything. Hello? Hello? Suddenly cold white air came pouring out of it. Whoa, did it just rip off my ear? I dropped the phone without thinking, and the icy air kept pouring out. Do I still have an ear? You do. What does it look like? It's purple. The phone had stopped spraying cold air, but not before it had frozen the whole carpet. It was ridiculously cold. Don't touch it. It'll only make the frostbite worse. Don't touch it. It'll only make the frostbite worse. I wouldn't dare. I don't even wear glasses because I always end up snapping them in half. Nami used a handkerchief to do a quick emergency treatment. How does one emergency treat frostbite? But man, I never expected the phone would be rigged up like that. It made me feel incredibly angry. Maybe it was some sort of booby trap for any would-be robbers? Because robbers are always trying to make phone calls. Or a direct line to a snow lady. As if. What? My nerves were shot. It's coming from the 2nd floor. All right, let's go check it out. I pulled Nami along by the hand. Nami, come with me. I told her directly. See, I didn't want to go, so I said, ow, and faint a stomach ache. Let's go check it out with Nami. Hold her hand. All right, let's go check it out. I pulled Nami along by the hand. Here it is. It was the 3rd door on the left on the 2nd floor. I'm going to open it. Okay. After opening the door and going inside, I found an ordinary-looking guest room with something gleaming on the table. It's a knife. It had several flowers just around it. Okay, we've seen this before. Okay, this time we tried to open the door. Nami said we were hungry because she was all freaked out. She led us to the room. We picked the middle option this time, like, don't tell me you knew. And we walk in to find a meal has been prepared. Oh, a meal's been prepared here. You're right. On the table in the center of the room were steaming bowls of soup and plates of meat dishes. They smelled great. Suddenly it hit me how hungry I was. I started to forget about the doubts I had about Nami. Looks like it's still warm, huh? Yeah. Looks delicious. Surprised, Nami brought her hand up to her mouth. Huh? Doesn't this mean somebody must have been here preparing it? Oh. But then I started laughing. Either way, they wouldn't care if we took a little pinch of it, would they? I'll help myself. Huh? It looked like there were whiskers inside of the soup. What's this? Is that hair? Does hair normally have something attached to it? I mean, yeah. I pinched it out with my fingers. It was a yellow and black spotted spider. Ew! That's worse. Ah! I threw it on the floor and saw its 8 legs twitch. Ugh, it's so creepy. Seems like it still wasn't dead. Freshly prepared spider, huh? What kind of cuisine is that? Hey, look at that dish there. Is that a cat's head? Ugh. Don't scream like that right after you just mentioned it so calmly. I said it as a mean joke, but Nami was trembling. This is horrible. We can't eat any of this. I didn't think you were so picky, Nami. Well, I am. Starting today. Oh, maybe I will be a little more picky, too. What should we do now, Nami? Maybe there's something in the fridge that we can... Huh? I heard something. What's wrong? What's with that scary look on your face? Hey, Nami, did you hear something just now? What'll it be this time? Charred newt? You can't be serious. I hear it's used as an aphrodisiac. No. I looked at her seriously. Hey, you really didn't hear that? Hear what? It sounded like a woman shrieking. I didn't hear anything. You didn't just imagine it, did you? No, I'm sure I heard it for real. It came from over there. I approached the window. It was too dark to see outside, but I had a bad feeling about what it might be. Wait, I'll go and take a quick look. I stepped away from the window and headed for the exit. Hold on. What are you doing? Something might have happened, and I'm curious to find out. Wait for me, I'm going too. We left the dining room. Yeah, she's going to light the candelabra. Okay, we're way later in the story. I don't know if this is anything, but we found the maternity journals. Nami remembers everything. When I opened the book to a different page, a Hyperium flower that had been used as a bookmark fluttered to the ground. We killed our little brother. I couldn't believe what Nami was saying. Nami, you're tired today. I'm not tired. My family is cursed and my brother wants to get revenge for what we did to him. Get real, Nami. You're acting like you've been possessed. That's right. I've been possessed. Nami started crying and ran out of the room. Nami! I thought to myself, hey, man, I'm tired. B, I need a drink. C, no, I can't be thinking anything like that. C. Nami, wait. Don't come after me. Nami turned to me with tears streaming down her face. Someone's dead because of me. If they're not dead already, they're about to be. It's ridiculous. I can see the blood on my hands. I'll pause for a bit. Okay, so we ended up, it seems like we're on the path with the fish monster is the brother who got wheelchair bound and was tired of it. And Nami ran off upset. She refuses to leave. We creeped along, and overwhelmed by fear, I moved along step by step. The aquarium hadn't changed at all. The murky water swished around. It wasn't clear if the fish monster was in there or not. And then the water started to disappear before my very eyes. I don't know how the device inside of it worked. For long, the tank was empty, and I could see the bottom, but I couldn't see any hole there, nor could I see the fish monster. I did, however, see a model train on the bottom of the tank. Climbed down the inner ladder to the bottom of the tank. I picked up the model train track and looked at it. Because before it burned. I turned around to see where the sound was coming from, and I was surprised to see Nami tapping on the outside of the tank. Shorty, come out of there! Hurry! Nami, where were you? It doesn't matter. Hurry up! I tossed the track aside and tried to climb out of the aquarium, but just as I did, the water started to fill back up. I jumped up and grabbed onto the edge of the aquarium. What's that sound? The water was steadily rising. What's going on here? Hurry! Hurry and pull yourself up! Nami pulled me up along with the ladder. You really had me worried there. This tank is dangerous. I'm serious. And then, A, I took another look into the water. B, I tried to put my hand in the water. I tried to put our hand in because we haven't done that yet. I tried to put my hand in the water. Stop it, Nami screamed, and I pulled my hand back. That moment, an empty can that had been sitting on the rim of the aquarium fell in, and it started to dissolve. It took only an instant for it to dissolve away. That's got to be sulfuric acid. So Naomi is planning to kill us after all? I don't want to believe that she is. I'll know once I meet her. You're still talking about meeting her, huh? Something fell down from above us. A Hyperium flower. The flower dissolved in no time at all, vanishing completely. We're getting out of here. I grabbed Nami's hand. Wait. The fish monster was here. That way. I'm sure that's where my sister is too. Who cares? Let's get out while we can. Nami shook off my hand and shouted at me. If you want to go, then go. But I'm not about to abandon a member of my family. I decided to take it all on. That's what a man does when he's in love. Let's go get her. Thanks. Nami had tears in her eyes. Okay, we'll pause because we got the she don't think she's a bad person thing. Okay, so we had Naomi fighting the fish monster. This time after she got injured, we left her. No real new dialogue from leaving her. We went into the boys' room. We got trapped inside. So this time we're going to try to escape through the window. I decided to escape from the window. I grabbed the side table near the wall and hurled it as hard as I could into the window. Outside of the window were vines twisting their way up the side of the brick wall. I used the vines to climb slowly down the wall. I'm not sure this is going to lead to anything different, but there were so many vines to hold on to and no real places where I could dig down with my hands or feet. Actually, my feet felt very slippery and my hands were numb. I couldn't find a good place to put my feet. Just below me, I could see light coming out through a window. Almost there. Almost there. I softly pushed the door open from outside. Making sure not to make any noise, I held my breath as I entered the room. That sound. I treaded as lightly as I could as I hurried to the entrance hall. Felt like my heart was about to stop beating. Some sort of demonic ceremony was taking place here. And this should be the one with Nami and the tank full acid. Okay, we interrupted the ritual. This time, instead of jumping out, we said, "Stop, Naomi." "Stop, Naomi," I shouted. I don't know if it was during my shout or right after, but Naomi had cast the sword down, but she brought it down under the fish monster's body. Naomi was crying. With tears in her eyes, she kept slashing at the fish monster. The fish monster howled as it was slashed. If anything, the sound of its cry made it seem shocked and confused. As Naomi kept slashing at the fish monster, she shouted to me, "Shorty, take Nami away now!" The fish monster turned to face Naomi. Its cry seemed to say, "Why are you cutting me like this, Naomi? Do I have to fight my own sister?" The creature sounded so sad. Crying as she slashed the fish monster, Naomi seemed to be begging it for forgiveness as she chopped away at it. "Shorty, take Nami away! Shorty, take Nami away, hurry!" Naomi's voice sounded even more overcome by sorrow than before. I jumped onto the altar and held Nami in my arms. "Nami, open your eyes." Now that I saw her up close, I could see that she was wearing a thin, light cloth. It was like something an angel might wear. "Shorty." Nami opened her eyes. Now the fish monster was angry. Both of its red eyes split open and a pale blue fire burned inside of them. He took off her shirt and gave it to Nami, What about Naomi? Just run, don't worry, hurry. Pausing in. So we just got the same fish monster ending even after all that. I don't know how I'm going to proceed because I really do want to at least unlock that pink bookmark scenario. But the only guide is... It's not really its fault. It's very hard to follow. Like, there is no set, you want this ending, pick these choices. So I'll definitely do more videos on this. I just don't know how I'm going to do them. There might be a lot more skipping off camera. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!